Hey, what's up, you guys? Namicon here, bringing you my perspective as to what entertainment is bringing us. And today I will be reviewing Professor Layton and the Curious Village, which was released first in Japan on February 15th, 2007, while releasing worldwide a year later, exclusively for the Nintendo DS. This was Level 5's most successful title at the time, selling over 1 million copies in Japan alone, which was huge for level 5 because before this game, not a single game of theirs sold over 1 million copies. The closest one was Dark Cloud, their first ever title under the level 5 brand, which it sold over 800,000 copies. Worldwide, Professor Layton has sold over 3 million copies. So financially, it was hugely successful. Critically speaking, it was also a hit, with critics praising the combination with the adventure and puzzle mechanics, and with the presentation having a unique art style. The story is about Layton and his assistant Luke, who happens to drive by a local town called Saint Mystere. They were summoned by a letter from Lady Dahlia, who was a widow of Baron Augustus Reinhold. Mr. Reinhold has stated in his last will and testament that whoever solves the mystery of the golden apple will inherit his fortune, and several people attempted to do that, but they failed. Could Layton and Luke be the ones to finally succeed in his huge puzzle? I like this game. Its presentation was really good. It has a unique art style, and it has animated cutscenes, which I didn't think the DS would handle, but you can clearly see hand-drawn animations on the DS. The screen looks crusty, but you can clearly see the effort done, and I really appreciate it. It got me invested in the game. I also really like the voice acting on both Layton and Luke, relatively done by Christopher Miller and Lonnie Manila. Miller gave a gentleman tone to Layton and still keeps his cool even when the situation gets dire. I like the limited voice direction the game got. The main gameplay of this game are the puzzles, and oh boy, these puzzles are hard. Some of them I can figure out in a few minutes, but most of them are so complicated. It left me no choice but to look up the answer online because these puzzles felt so arbitrarily difficult. I hope that subsequent games lowered the difficulty a little. This game was marketed towards kids, and I highly doubt most of the children would have figured out any of these puzzles because holy shit, some of these took hours to figure out. I think the music is fine, although they can get annoying whenever you do a puzzle, but it's serviceable. Oh yeah, speaking of the gameplay, you have to use the touchscreen. The button caps and the D-pad are like non-existent in this game, and you can't even use them, like at all. And if you don't have a stylus, well, tough shit. You're gonna have to use your hand, unless you played the mobile version of the game. And on that instance, you have to use your hand. You have to use your fingers. But but overall, it's a decent puzzle game that has an alright story, fun characters, decent music, and clever but difficult and sometimes tacked on puzzles. Seriously, some of these puzzles require advanced math skills. It's crazy. If you are a puzzle lover, this game is for you. There are 100 puzzles in this game, although it has low replay value. Whether that's a deal breaker or not is up to you. But yeah, thanks to this game being a huge financial success, it got many sequels. It got so popular it was literally one of the premier the first game and its other subsequent titles were one of the premier titles for the DS and the 3DS. It got to the point where it got a crossover with Phoenix Wright, which I don't know about you, but that was a big deal. That was a big deal back in the day. But who knows if it'll get a switch, if it'll get a port for modern consoles. I doubt it will get a port, but that will be amazing because holy shit, that crossover was huge. That was a big deal. But anyways, Have you guys played Professor Layton The Curious Village? And if so, did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And make sure you follow my Instagram, Letterboxd, and Backlot down in the description down below. You can also join my Discord server if you want to, also down in the description down below. This is Namicon, and I'll see you next time.